Hi everyone, it's Charlene, also known as Plantain Charlene, and today's video is about failing your mission not to buy any more plants. So before I get to the plants that I purchased, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who has watched any of my videos. If you are a first-time subscriber or you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you go ahead and click that subscribe button, no pressure. And to all of those who return to see my videos, even if you haven't subscribed, thank you for watching. It is highly appreciated. Okay, so the first plant I'm going to show you guys, there's nothing like rare about it or new about it. It's a plant that's been around for some time. The popularity, I'm not going to say it's gone down, but it's a plant that was very popular at one point to purchase, I believe. So that's the Monstera Addisonii Swiss cheese vine. I purchased this from Pistils nursery, and I had one prior that I believe I got from Steve's Leaves last year, and I overloved it, and therefore it went to plant heaven. It was in ICU as well for a short window. It didn't take long for it to go downhill once it started to go downhill, but I thought I had a chance to get it to come back because I did see some new leaves coming, but by the time they turned green, they turned brown. So I had to let it go, and I did. And I told myself I would replace it. So here is the one that I do have. I'm not sure if there was a difference, because I know there's a wide leaf one and a narrow leaf one. If I had to judge this one, it looks more narrow leaf, but you guys can tell me. You know, put some comments below and let me know if this is a narrow leaf one. I did rinse this plant, but I'm seeing some kind of discoloration on the leaves. But I did rinse it. I sprayed it with my mix. I'm not sure if that's what why this looks like this, but the leaves are really soft. But you see there, it looks like water spots. I'm hoping that's what it is, or maybe it's nothing at all. But that is one of the plants that I knew that I was going to replace. I'm happy that it arrived. It came in this little 4-inch pot, nursery pot, and this plant, like almost any philodendron, is very easy to care for. Just don't overlove it like I did mine, watering it too much and always looking and touching and thinking. Then I repotted it, thinking I could save it if I gave it new soil. It just was a hot mess, and it went, like I said, downhill really fast. What I like about this plant, though I think some people really don't like this plant that much, but what I like about it are the holes or the splits, the whole Swiss cheese that are on the leaves. I find that to be so unique. Usually if you see a hole in a plant, it's not a good thing, but in this case with this plant, that's the point. One of the reasons why this plant stands out so much. It takes medium to low light. Don't overwater it, like I said prior, because the plant will die. You do not want to don't be like me, okay? It's currently sitting in my bedroom in quarantine. Anyway, I was just ranting on. So that is my Monstera Addisonii Swiss cheese vine. Yay. Alright, the next plant up is also not a plant that's new, but it has grown in its popularity, and that is the Birkin. Okay. Also, I purchased this from Pistils nursery. It has some leaves that are starting to get the white lines on it, the variegation, but the leaf size overall is pretty decent. You know, I'm not mad at these leaves. I'm also replacing this plant because when I first purchased it, give me a second because this fan is Sorry about that. When I first purchased this plant, I purchased it from Gabriella Plants, but it was a starter plant. So it was like a 1-inch pot. It was really small. And it grew a lot of new leaves. But again, I think I overloved it. Then I repotted it. I don't do a good job, I think, with repotting plants when I disturb their roots. I think the best job I can do with repotting plants is not disturbing the roots, putting it in a bigger pot and just putting some soil around it and letting the roots start to stretch out on their own. So I'm learning that I'm just not good at repotting a lot of my plants and them doing well after the fact. So with this one, again, 4-inch pot, and it also likes medium to indirect sunlight or low light. Though when there's variegation going on, you want probably medium light if it's a plant that can handle low low light. But that variegation, for that to really pop, you want to give it a little bit more light, not direct sunlight, but just maybe some indirect sunlight, because you will lose that variegation. Now again, this is how mine came, with very little variegation in there showing, but maybe with some time that variegation will start to really pop, because I see it more underneath the leaf versus in the front. So, and this leaf is it's having some struggles. The struggle is really real with this leaf. Sorry, more ranting. So this is my Philodendron Birkin, and I hope you guys like it, because I do. Okay guys, last but not least is another plant. Maybe I should have titled this video replacement plants, but this is another plant that I had to replace, and that is my bird's nest Anthurium Superbum. This one I purchased from Planterina. The first one I received, and I'm going to put that video up here somewhere, was from Gabriella Plants. It was beautiful. So big, so large. It was so beautiful. I mean, it was so big. And I'm like maybe 3 times the length of these leaves and the size. If I can find a picture, I'll post it, but if I can't, obviously you guys won't see it. But I was so determined to replace that plant, because I'll pop in a video on what it looks like now. This is one of my favorite plants ever, and when I saw that Planterina had it on her site and the original one I had wasn't looking good, I knew I was going to replace it. So once it officially lost all its leaves, sorry, I gotta have a moment of silence. Okay, once my Superbum lost all its leaves, though I still have it, I have not tossed it. I'm like in denial. I said I would replace it, and I have. This plant is absolutely gorgeous. Here's where I went wrong. 3rd time I'm saying this. I repotted it. I repotted the plant. Should have never done that. I believe I put these aerial roots, which reminds me of orchids. I put it too far in the soil, and I think it rotted, and then it was like one growing, and then eventually it rotted. I tried to take it up out of the soil, hoping that the roots would, start coming back, and I'm still there. I'm still believing, we're in the fall going into winter, and that is just, it needs a moment. So I'm holding on to that plant until the spring of 2021 and see what happens. And in the meantime, I'm going to do right by this one. I overloved the last one, and then also I repotted it. So this one, now I know it's only been watered once since I've received it, which was about 2 weeks ago, because it was very dry, and that will be it until sometime next month, I guess. This may be a fern, but it's not that kind of fern. Well, actually, I think it is that kind of fern that likes its soil moist. But you got to be very careful with this one. You have to be very careful with that whole soil moist factor. You do want to let it dry out some because, again, because of these aerial roots, you don't want them to rot. And though they dry faster because they're not in wet soil, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this plant out. When I purchased it, again, it was one of those purchased by the looks. If you know anything about me, when it comes to plants, it's about visual first, care after. And I didn't know much about it then. I'm learning more about it now. But I think I'll do better this time around. So, before I start ranting too much, that is it. That is my Anthurium Bird's Nest Superbum. And I'm getting a new leaf in 2 places. I'm not going to try and show you the other one. Oh, wait. There's the other one right there. Yay, winning. I almost forgot. So if you saw one of my videos where I talked about I had a lizard in my bio orb that I named Dino, he passed away. He didn't make it. So let's have a moment of silence for Dino. Though Dino was not a wanted guest, he was not a pet, he was an unwanted guest, I'm still going to honor Dino and say rest in peace. Listen, I'm a plant parent, okay? And I'm not giving birth to these children of mine. They are purchased. It's not like I am having them. I'm purchasing them. So if bringing more plants into my home makes me smile, then so shall it be, right? Thank you. Anywho, that's all. I am done with my plant haul. I hope everyone out there is staying safe, stay healthy, keep planting, and God bless. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.